Hello, I'm Ian Ashton, and welcome to the Tribal Theatre. It's great to have your company once again. And tonight we are going to see the movie Enter the Hamster that's been in the making for many years, for about 5 years I believe, Tim Kirchler told us. Right now we have...
My name's Paul, I'm the director of the film. It's a bit, yes, it's been 5 years that this film's been running, in production and so forth. I came on 2008, late 2007. Tim, the producer and writer, basically asked me to lend a hand to it and so forth. Up until then, I'd only been making short films and corporate videos and so forth, so it's a pretty massive undertaking. I must admit, Tim's original vision for the film basically required large amounts of money, casts of thousands, and at least one helicopter. Yes, it would have been spectacular. The opening scene itself was just going to be spectacular if we followed what he was after. Once I explained to him the virtues of no funding, we created the film which we have, and it's a testament to the people who've been involved in this film. No one's been paid, and everyone's given freely of their time. And it was dragged out over a very long time because everyone's got their day jobs and everything, and everyone's made time for this film, and I hope everyone's going to be very happy with what they've got for their effort.
Yeah, and there certainly was a lot of effort in everything that's been done. Paul, you can tell me, I hope, some of the funny things that happened in the movie.
Oh, there's some very funny scenes throughout the whole film. I'm very much hoping that most people will get a good laugh out of a lot of the scenes. My favourite scene, of course, is the one which you're in. It makes me squirm in my seat every time I see it. But other great scenes, look, there was a lot of little in-jokes and so forth thrown in there. One of my other favourite scenes, and it was kind of on the fly add to the script. There was a character called Pesty, and we got a pest control guy to turn up in his vehicle and spray him down with poison in one of the scenes. Now that wasn't originally in the script, but it was just something which threw in and thought that was actually quite funny. And he plays a brilliant dying cockroach, so keep an eye out for that. But other great scenes throughout the whole film, all starting from the very beginning with the martial arts tournament where everybody basically gets blown down with machine guns, right through to the very final bit where all the bands get together at the evil dictator's fortress and have a jam.
Sounds great, actually. But getting back to that scene that I was in, I remember after we'd finished the particular scene of Broadway, where was it exactly that place?
It was in some hotel, I can't actually remember now, but yes.
Very beautiful.
It was a beautiful hotel down there. Yes, it was a lovely scene. I actually ended up wrapping it up faster than I planned to because I was actually worried for the safety of people. The jello which we were using for the jelly wrestling part, there's something for the minds of the people watching this to kind of go off and wonder, was very slippery. And I was actually beginning to worry for people perhaps knocking their heads and so forth. So I would have loved to get some more shots from that because it really is a beautiful scene. But I'm happy with what we've got, and I think it looks it still makes me cringe just thinking about it. Actually, it's a cringe.
I was so surprised, as I've said in one of the other parts of this particular movie, that a lady, when we'd finished, lady said, "Would you get down and do that?" And I said, "Well, I'd been to the gym. I went to look the weight on this resources thing. I've been to London and so with London, so the weight there as well." But she said, "Would you get down and do that?" And I said, "Well, if I was in really good trim, as far as the body was maybe." But I wasn't sure. Well,
I can tell you now, the lead characters which were doing the jelly wrestling, they went that trim and it's good looking. From my perspective, there was a few bits that we cut out, and it was actually quite scary all along. There was actually, thinking about it, there was one woman there which really stood out to me. There's the illusion that we're throwing clothes covered in diarrhea into the crowd, and she actually said, yes, I'll gladly be in one of these clothes, wearing her formal dress and everything, looking very pretty. They were actually covered in runny chocolate ice cream, and she just wore this mask of chocolate ice cream all over her. It's very, very brave and gutsy of her, bearing in mind that, you know, she wasn't paid for any of that. She had to go home and clean her own dress and everything. It was, you know, it was brilliant just to see the commitment from people who just went, yes, I can see the humour in this, I'm going to go that little step further and put my hand up to do something. And they did. People came from everywhere, just made it happen.
Well, let's go to the other day for about 20 minutes now, I think. Before we go, the calendar set with you. Will you be doing any more movies?
Look, I'd love to.
See how it goes?
Yes, this one was an extremely good learning experience for all involved. Probably be a bit more modest in our aspirations for the next film, but definitely I'd love to be making quite a few more features like this. And I think really this is kind of, the time is right in the world for these sort of films to start coming out, which are made basically on a shoestring. Because the world is getting used to that kind of social media filmmaking. And something like this I think could work.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Vorrasi, the director of Enter the Hamster. This has been Ian Ashton.